Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Keto-ize My Recipe. My name is Karen, and today we're looking at amazing corn cake. You can find this recipe on tasteofhome.com. And the reason why we are doing this recipe today, if you are new to my episodes, I take steno books that were created by my mom years and years ago. And she would go through different recipe books, magazines, family recipes, you name it, it's probably in one of these books. And there's no rhyme or reason to any of these books. It's just random. So I pick a book and I flip it over, and whatever comes up is the recipe for the week. So today is amazing corn cake. Let's take a look at this recipe. So again, it's on tasteofhome.com if you want to check it out. But I needed to look at the ingredients here to make it more keto friendly. That's the goal. So I highlighted the ingredients that I need to make more keto friendly. So our cream style corn definitely has to be something different. Corn itself is not keto friendly. It's very high in carbs and really not suitable for a keto friendly diet and your daily goals. So that is one. The other ingredients on here for brown sugar, flour, those types of things, there are substitutions that are made keto friendly. The brand name Swerve, they do have a lot of different things for your brown sugar, confectioner sugar, regular sugar. And then your flour, I've been using a lot of the Carb Quick. So if you've not heard of Carb Quick before, this is like your Bisquick base. It's that consistency. You could probably substitute almond flour, but I have to be careful in my family because we have tree nut allergies, so I can't use almond flour, so I have to do something else. Carb Quick seems to be my favorite so far. There's also sunflower, which is sunflower seeds. But I did not choose to incorporate that particular flour in this recipe today. It is a little expensive and it comes in a very small bag, and I keep using it in various recipes to try it out, but I'm running out running out of the sunflower already. A couple other things to note. Canola oil, you'll see, is listed on here. And canola oil is really not keto friendly either. You will have to substitute that with olive oil, sunflower oil, avocado oil, one of those. But I chose olive oil. It is the best for baking, where some of the others, they still do a pretty good job, but I prefer olive oil when I'm baking cakes and stuff like that. You'll also see on here raisins, and raisins are not keto friendly. My husband asked that we incorporate something to substitute for raisins, so I went ahead and got some craisins, so the cranberry raisins, if you will. Those are still a bit high on the side of carbs, so be careful with those. But he did want me to incorporate that into this recipe today. And then nuts. So again, I just said that we are not able to have tree nuts here in my family, but I went ahead and calculated what the nuts would be for this original recipe. All right, so looking at the ingredients for the original recipe, here are the macros and how that checked out. So for a small piece of cake, and this recipe actually makes 14 servings, and it's a pretty small, it probably would fit in the palm of your hand, is that size of cake. So we've got 59 grams of carbs, 24 grams of fat, and 460 calories for one piece of cake of the original recipe. So I mentioned before that cream style corn, that was going to be a little bit of a challenge to try to substitute, but let's see what I came up with. So I've got 6 options here that we could use. I have cauliflower rice. I have riced broccoli, cream style spinach, baby corn, yellow squash, and pumpkin puree. So, let's look at these macros here and let's see which ones we can choose here. So, I'm not going to make all of these. I just chose a couple of them. But you can see the carbs here for a half a cup of the cream style corn. So the original recipe calls for cream style corn, and that has 14 grams of carbs. Where the cauliflower rice comes in at 3 grams of carbs. That's much better. Broccoli rice, and you guys might want to check me on this, but I promise that when I did some investigating, it came up to 13 grams of carbs for a half a cup. And then cream spinach, I wasn't sold on using cream spinach, but I thought, what the heck, let's just take a look. So 7 grams of carbs for cream spinach. And baby corn, so those are the little itty bitty corn on the cob, if you will, that's about 1 inch long, that usually is included in some of the Chinese stir fries and things like that. So I couldn't find any fresh ones. I was struggling finding frozen ones, so I had to go with the canned baby corn. But check out the carbs here, 3 grams of carbs. It's pretty cool. Okay, and then yellow squash, 4 grams of carbs. And then pumpkin, 10 grams of carbs. All right, so what were my winners this week? We've got the cauliflower rice I chose, also the baby corn, and the squash as my substitutions. So a couple of things to note since I've already made this is that if you are going to make this and you're going to use baby corn, my suggestion would be to cut up that baby corn as small as you can. I left it as is and didn't cut it up. And you'll see what my taste testers think about that. Also, the yellow squash, do the same thing. Cut it up as small as you can. Because if you realize how small that little kernel of corn is, it doesn't really affect the taste as much as the consistency and the texture. And so you'll see, my taste testers will tell you which ones that they like best. So I made all 3 of these. And I also made the original. So let's get my taste testers in here. Let's give them just a moment and we'll let them taste each one and see what the outcome is. All right, hold on just a second. Let me flip over to them. All right, so amazing corn cake. I have 4 different variations. 1 is the original. 3 are keto versions, and I'm not going to tell you what the ingredients are.
That's the original.
I'm not going to tell you which is which. But what I need you to do, taste testers, is take your spoon and dig in, and then let me know your top 2, your first favorite, and then your second favorite.
I'm kind of scared of the fruit looking thing because it looks like a raisin and I don't trust that.
It's cran raisins.
No, just try it.
I don't like raisins, so I do like raisins.
That one was pretty good.
Oh, that's the corn. I was trying to figure out what that was. I was very concerned. You're encroaching on my space, sir.
I think A. Yeah. And B. I'm going with A and D. B, I didn't like chomping down on a whole thing of corn.
I was like, what is that? And I just had to trust it.
Definitely A. Definitely A and D.
That's a big mouthful. Oh.
I don't know. I guess that one,
D.
because that's the one I dislike the least.
Okay.
Wow.
I don't like any of them.
Okay. That's okay. It's different. So it took me a while to figure out what the heck corn cake was, and then I had to think, well, it must be similar to carrot cake.
I definitely didn't like that one.
Don't like B.
No.
So B, for your information, is baby corn.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
A is your original with cream-styled corn. C is cauliflower.
Yeah, I didn't like that one.
D,
No.
anybody want to guess what D is?
D's no.
That look.
D is yellow squash.
Oh,
That's
okay.
green.
That's
That's
it's a very good green.
So everybody's favorite is A,
Mm-hmm.
the original. Anybody have a second favorite?
Yeah, it's a
D. B.
You like the bee?
Yes, I liked
You liked the baby corn? Zachary liked the yellow squash. Sammy did not like any of them. But if you had to choose at least one, it would be the squash. All right.
That one was just very syrupy.
So then, would this not even be corn cake? Would this just be squash cake?
Yes.
Because Mom said, screw corn cake. We're doing what we want in this
I
household.
had to have keto. Corn is not keto.
Make it keto.
Does it taste like pancakes to you, or is it just me?
It
Yeah,
tastes
it
like
does.
syrup.
So that's the topping, the caramel topping is what you taste, Sammy.
Yes.
And that is brown sugar, butter, confectioner's sugar. That's what all that is. But you got the keto versions in B, C, and D, where A has the regular versions. And Josh is going in for more A.
Have you not been watching? I've just been going after this.
Good.
Yeah.
Eat it, eat it, eat it.
It's a thing. Yeah, it's a thing. That's all you got.
All right, I'm out of space.
All right.
All right. Well, I appreciate you guys.
Yay.
Thank you. Any last parting words for your audience here?
Any last words? What? What was in the food?
Corn, cauliflower, and
I
squash.
have one thing to say about B is because I took a big bite. I got the crazy off of there, and I was like, I'm pretty sure this is fine. I took a chomp. I was like, this is more solid than I would like it to be,
Yeah.
and I just had to trust the process.
Good girl. We appreciate you. Thank
I didn't know what I took a bite of, and I was like, no.
I ate so much cake.
you. It's so much cake. Well, thank you guys.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey guys, so I hope that you enjoyed this episode of Amazing Corn Cake. So I wanted to pop on here real quick and tell you that the next couple of weeks, we are not going to do the recipe roulette. We actually are going to proceed to Christmas traditions. And so in the next episode, you will find some Polish food coming soon your way. How to keto-ize it, and what my taste testers think about the keto-friendly version. So please come back, and we will kick the Christmas season off. I've got only a couple weeks left until Christmas is actually here, and unfortunately, this is my side hobby, so I'm not able to get on here and record as much as possible, but at least once a week I'm trying to do it. So if I get more of you guys to subscribe and follow me, perhaps that will change. Perhaps I can do more. But for now, I can only devote 1 week or 1 episode a week for right now. So I do hope that you come back. Please subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Okay, bye.